Hello, environmental science class. I am getting ready for your guys for chapter 8. I have a couple of helpers here, some goofballs behind me that just wanted to be in the video, so we thought we'd let them in today. But chapter 8 is Energy and Civilization and Patterns of Consumption, and it's been a pretty good chapter so far. But the highlights of it, again, I just want to go over and remember that chapter 8 starts off with a little bit of history of we come from the time of primitive hunters and gatherers through wood-based cultures, and then finally we bring in fossil fuels. And the use of fossil fuels is linked to the Industrial Revolution, which ultimately led to the use of massive mechanisms that we use in manufacturing and transportation. Now, as time went on by, we had highly industrialized countries like the U.S. and some other countries that use the majority of the world's energy. And when we did this, we used it for three purposes. Residential and commercial use was one purpose, industrial use was one purpose, and then the final use was transportation, to get around. And electricity, again, represents a large proportion of the nation's energy that we consumed, and it is produced by the burning of fossil fuels, which can be bad, because it's bad for the environment, because climate change is real, not made from China. But future trends of energy consumption depends on political stability of parts of the world that have the oil, like the Middle East, and the price of that oil, since all of our behaviors are based solely on motivation of economics rather than trying to conserve energy. Now, again, a recap: humans and animal energy was replaced with inexpensive, easy to handle, and highly efficient fossil fuel energy during the Industrial Revolution. The economic growth is directly related to the availability of inexpensive energy, and the automotive industry played a huge role in the economic development of industrialized world by creating more jobs, services, and products related to the automobile, and it allowed us to get from point A to point B rather rapidly, like most of you get to school today in an automobile. So, my question for you, what you're going to write down for me now is you need to get out a sheet of paper, and please, class, put your name on it. You're holding the school record right now for papers without names. So, where do we go from here? That's the question that I want you to ask yourself. Where do we go? Do you see us going backwards in time for our energy, or do you see us going forward in time to new ways that we produce electricity? So I want you basically to tell me the plus and the minus of each of these, and tell me which one do you think that we should do. Should we go back in time to burning oil and gas, again, to produce our electricity, or should we find new ways that are safer and move forward? That's the question to ask. And put that on a sheet of paper.